Hi there, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies here with another video. This one is about leaning out. I was watching a presentation on marketing and they talked about how if you lean out, it causes people to lean in. Yeah, if you lean out energetically, you're not being desperate, needy, pushy, this causes people to lean in. And something about it concerned me and I want to just unpack this a little bit. Because it's not that leaning out causes anyone to lean in. It's not a causal relationship. This isn't a button you can push and people behave in this way. If you relate to it in that way, it becomes manipulation and you will be disappointed when people don't lean in. You lean out, you lean back and they don't lean in and you think it didn't work. You want your money back on the lean back technique because they didn't lean forward. But here's what it does do. It gives them room. Yeah, it gives them room to make whatever decision feels right for them. That's the key thing. If we look at it as a causal thing, a button we can push, again, it becomes a manipulation. I can't tell you how many things I could talk about as ethical marketing that people want to just turn it into a technique. Another one is this polarizing thing. Is that, this idea, if you share your honest truth, you'll probably get a more polarized response. If you just call a spade, share your opinion, some people will love it, some people will hate it. That's just true, yeah? But that gets turned into a technique. So now it's just pick an issue that you can divide the room on just so you divide them, just so you get people saying hard yes to you and leaning in, but it's all a technique. It's all manipulation. It's not sincere. I'm just making outrageous, bold statements because I know it's going to get a strong response. I'm overstating things way more than I actually believe it because it's me throwing red meat to my base. And it's insincere. And thus it's manipulative. Because the reason I'm doing it is to get them to say yes. I want more people saying yes. I want more people buying. Rather than I'm doing it to help people discern if it's a fit or not. Yeah. So the reason I'm leaning out, it's not to get them to buy. It's not to get them to lean in. It's just so that they have the freedom to do whatever makes sense for them to do in that moment. You don't lean out so they will lean in. You lean out so they can lean in. Because if you're leaning in, there's no room for them. Yeah, if you're the one taking up all the space, they can't make that choice to lean in. So you're not doing it so they will lean in. You're doing it just so that they can. The space is there if it feels like a fit. Leaning out is a kind of embodied somatic, literally physically leaning out, because sometimes this happens. We get excited. We're talking with somebody. We start leaning in and crowding them. We just get so close and it's just, we're cornering people. So somatically, it's a good practice if you just notice that you've been leaning in because you're trying to convince them, just literally physically you lean back. As a kind of training wheels or an incarnated example of going for the truth of is this a fit instead of going for the sale. Yeah, right. I'm just going for the truth. Let me just lean back, get a wider perspective. Don't pressure them. And also if the only reason you're leaning out is so that they'll lean in, well, that's all about you. But how about for them? Maybe leaning out is good for them too. Maybe it lets them breathe a little bit. Maybe they get, wow, I'm not being crowded anymore. Maybe that gives them a better experience in the conversation. So there's that as well. So those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. Anything about this leaning out, leaning in business, about the way that conscious marketing understandings approaches get turned into new techniques. I'd love to hear that. Because certainly this leaning out, I've talked about it before, but it was something about the way they spoke about it that had me realize they've turned this into a tactic again to get the sale. They've taken something sincere and made it insincere. And I see this a lot. And if you think of other examples, I'd love to hear those in the comments below. Of course, you can always subscribe to get more of my videos. You can like this video. More people will see it. Check out marketingforhippies.com. I got a lot of free stuff there. Thanks, everybody.